is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The lone back's got it. They come out strong, stop him for no gain on the opening play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. RPO complete. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? They'll run it to the right. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Russell. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Looking for space. It's Riley.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Riley. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Running backs are wide receivers. They're doing such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time in the film room. The D-line was upfield. It looked like that one might be a big gainer on the running back screen.
Snags it, and there's running room. The tag! Touchdown, Bama! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing Manning. He lets one fly deep. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. If you're sending a direct message to the opponent, we are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Pushes toward the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Longhorns. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is good. He'll return it. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for room, it's Riley. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Throwing Russell. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Zings it complete to the right. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Drops back on first down. Unleashes one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Manning. He'll get rid of it. Got his man on the right. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
And the Longhorns come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Maybe didn't like that play call on 3rd and 2. Instead, they'll call a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Arch is going to throw for it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Keelan Russell. Fires to the middle. Between the hashes, it's Rodgers. Alabama pushing the tempo. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Russell. Left side, it's Riley. At the 40, there he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
There he goes. It's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up, just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Arch Madness. Still looking. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here's Arch to throw. Under pressure. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. The ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide right, it's Riley. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to pass. It's Lacy. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with a look at Penn State taking on the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Nittany Lions looking to make it 5 straight wins. And they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Handoff to the lone back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Give to the running back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Just going to keep it after the snap. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Off to the races. Touchdown, Longhorn. That one will give them the lead.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Drives inside. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Right side, it's Napier. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
To throw, Manning. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. He got it. Beat down in bounds. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he's going to try to return this one. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. will get this drive going from the 17. They'll try the right side. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Looking down the middle. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. They'll move the wide receiver. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. Got to make the play on fourth. Fires to the middle. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Out wide right, it's Lockett. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down will open up the final period. Quick give. It's Riley. To the 15. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. Trying to run, it's Riley. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they could put this thing away. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Throwing Manning. Rush right in his face. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Out wide left, it's Riley. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Manning. Uncorks it. Catch in the middle. It's Riley. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The Longhorns have this offense rolling. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Defense all over it.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Just gets rid of that one.
After that incompletion on third and long, because of where they are in the field right now and this juncture of the game, we're expecting them to go ahead and kick a field goal here and make this a two-possession game.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And I like the decision to go up by more than a touchdown in the fourth quarter is the right call, but the execution doesn't come through. Now this football game is totally different. You don't have a 2-score lead. Your defense is going to have to step up for you in a big moment late in this football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Left side is Rodgers. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Churns into the pile. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorns! The defense putting points on the board. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking downfield is Henderson. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is trying to do to you.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Turning it on. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Texas! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope, but good fight to the end.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Drops back. It's Henderson. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game.
And Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? A deep throw as the clock winds down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Long way to go on 2nd down. Making the adjustment. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the lot.
Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Fresh center downs going to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Moves the pocket. It's Henderson. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Arch is going to throw for it. They're all over him. And down he goes.